Hi guys, and welcome back to Ask the Pro, the show that aims to answer all your questions about professional football and how to make it as a professional. So today's question is, what do scouts look for in a player? What do scouts look for when they come to watch a player? So a scout will arrange to come and have a look at you. Sometimes they will notify you and sometimes they won't. A scout might not necessarily come out to come and have a look at you. They might be out there looking at your teammate or even a player from the opposition side. It's very important to give 110% every time you're playing football, to play every game like it's your last, because you just never know who's watching, okay? It's very important. If you really want to make it as a professional footballer, there is no excuse for not giving 110% or for not trying your hardest at every single game. So I'm going to give you 5 qualities that scouts look for in a player. So number 1, you actually need to know how to play football. When a scout comes to have a look at you, you need to demonstrate some sort of football ability. You need to actually know how to play football. I'm not talking about dribbling or doing skills or flicking the ball over people's head or nutmegging people. No, I'm talking about technical ability. You're going to be looking at your first touch. You're going to be looking at how you control the ball. You're going to be looking at if you're comfortable on the ball. A lot of people do want to make it as a professional, but if you don't actually know how to play football, then forget it. Try something else, because at the end of the day, no matter how much passion or how much I want it or how much desire I have to make it as a professional footballer, if I can't play football, then I'm kidding myself. I'm not going to go to a basketball trial and say, yo, I'm ambitious, I got the drive, I work hard. It's not going to happen because I don't know how to play basketball. Okay, I know how to bounce the ball a couple times. That's not good enough to make a career out of playing professional basketball. It's just not going to happen. You just have to be realistic with yourself and ask yourself, are you good enough to play professional football? And on the flip side, if you have a lot of ability and you're overdoing it, like you're not knowing when to release the ball, you're not knowing when to pass, and you're just overdoing everything, that could work against you as well. If you're a defender, they're going to be looking at if you can actually tackle, if you can head the ball, if you can clear the ball. They're going to have a look at that. If you're a winger, they're going to be looking at if you can cross the ball. They're going to be looking at things like that. Just basic technical ability. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, because a lot of the time when a scout scouts you, they don't scout you because you're the perfect. Don't scout you because you're the finished article. They love to see potential. So if you've got potential to do better than what you're showing there, then you have a chance of getting scouted. The next thing that's very important is you have to understand football. Okay, what I mean is that you have to have tactical awareness, football IQ, some people say. Okay, you need to be very switched on. Let's give an example of a right winger. You need to know your positioning. They need to see that you're not just following the ball everywhere the ball goes, you're following. They need to know that you can hold your position. They need to know that you can make movement and create space for your teammates. They need to know that you know when to make a forward run and when to hold your run. The tactical side of football is very important. This is an area where before your trial, you can study. You don't have to be on the pitch to study. You can study, you can watch people that play in your position and watch their movement. Watch what they do on the pitch and try and emulate it or try to improve what they do. It's very, very important that you show the scout that you understand football. It's very important to have tactical awareness. Okay guys, it's very important. Read your books, invest time studying the game, go to watch games. There's tons of videos on YouTube. Trust me, once you're tactically aware, you will be a better footballer because you use less energy, you make less wasteful run. So when you do get the ball, you'll be able to be better on the ball because you're tactically smart. And scouts can see that. Scouts love tactical players, players that understand the game. They can tell from a mile away if you are a student of football or if you just play for the sake of it. Okay, so guys, it's very important. Number 3 is physicality. Okay, nowadays football has changed very much. It's because a lot of people have the misconception that you need to be out here, up there to become a professional footballer. Okay, that might have been true back in the days where you have to be 6'6", 13 stone, built like a brick. That's not football no more. Football has changed so much. It's not about how big you are or how small you are. It's all about playing to your strength. A scout wants to know how well you can use your physical attributes. Okay, so if you're a short player, the scout wants to know, can you use your low center of gravity to get out of tight situation? Can you use your speed to get in behind defense? If you're a stocky, bigger player, a scout's not going to expect you to beat defenders for pace. They're going to be looking at you. Can you hold the ball up? Can you use your strength to bring other players into the game? Just remember, guys, football is come in different shapes and sizes. It's about how you use your physical attribute to your benefit. Okay, guys, so physicality is very, very important. You have to know how to use your physical attributes. Okay, guys, so number 4 will be your behavior, will be you as a person. Okay, your temperament. If a decision goes against you, how do you react? If somebody fouls you, how do you react? If you concede a goal or if your team is 6-0 down, how do you react? A scout would want to see how your temperament is. It's very important in football to have a good temperament. Okay, if you don't, because no one wants to have a player that gets sent off every weekend. No one wants to have a player that's very destructive within the team or within the group. No one wants a player like that. It doesn't matter how good you are. If your temperament is bad, it's going to work against you. If you're getting suspended every other game, you're no good to nobody. So your temperament is very important, not just on the day the scout is there, but throughout your whole footballing. Okay, because the scout is no doubt, if they like what they see, the scout will no doubt go and speak to the coach, go and speak to the assistant, maybe even speak to some of the fans or some of the teammates and ask, what is his temperament like? How is he around the other players? How does he react to negative situations? If you do have a bad temper, make sure you try and sort it out, because it's very important. No scout's going to touch you if you show indiscipline, if you're getting sent off, if you're showing lack of discipline, lack of respect to your teammate, lack of respect to your coach, lack of respect to the opposition, lack of respect to the fans. No scout is going to want to touch you. Okay, so guys, it's very important. Make sure you check your temperament and make sure your temperament is on point. Scout's going to be looking at how you take information on board. You're going to be looking at your chemistry between you and your players. Are you encouraging your players? Are you shouting at your players? Are you trying to help your team along? Or are you sulking? Are you moaning? The scout is going to be having a look at all of that. So guys, remember that. And finally, 5, and this is my bonus tip. It's not really a tip or advice, it's just more of an advantageous quality that scouts look for, and it's pace. Guys, if you have pace, you have more than half a chance. If you can run fast, because nowadays football is changing, it's evolving. Before, the main attribute for a defender is his physical, how strong he is and stuff. But now, every defender that you come across can more or less keep up with a striker. Okay, so if you have pace, guys, if you have pace, then you have a big advantage. You're halfway there. I'm not saying if you don't have pace that you won't make it. Yes, you will, but you just have to work that much harder. I didn't really feel to put this in there because at the end of the day, that doesn't determine if you're a good player or not. But what I'm trying to say is a scout always looks for if a player can run. I mean, do you have pace? Can you run fast? Because football now is different. It's all about fast. Wingers are fast. Defenders are fast. Midfielders are fast. Okay? I'm not saying being fast is everything, but it just helps if you're fast. So if there's a way you can improve your speed, then yes, improve it. Okay? If there's a way you can improve it by going to the gym or by doing different exercises or by investing in yourself, by getting a personal trainer to help you build your speed up, then yes, why not? I'm not going to go too much into it. But all I'm saying, when scouts comes to look at players, they want to know if the player is fast or not. And the faster you are, the more chance you have. Okay? So bear that in mind. Remember guys, scouts are not looking for the finished article. It will be great, but scouts are looking for potential, because at the end of the day, a scout can come and have a look at you, and every single shot as a striker, every single shot you had went over the bar. The scout's not going to go back and say, oh, he's rubbish, he can't shoot. He's going to look at you and think that you have potential. You managed to get yourself into that position. You managed to have those 10, 11, 12 shots on goal. The scout will look at you and say, this guy's got potential. We only need to help him with his shooting. This guy's coachable. We can coach him to be able to get his shots on target. Okay, so remember that the scout is not looking for a finished article. All right, the scout is looking for potential. So don't forget to work at your maximum all the time. Like I said, you never know who's watching. Scout might not be there to watch you, but end up picking you because you worked harder than the player that they came to watch. So always remember that, to work to give 110%. Guys, before we wrap up, just a quick recap on the qualities that scouts look for in a player. So, can you actually play football? Do you understand football? What's your temperament like? Are you physically in good condition? And the bonus, do you have pace? Can you run? Yeah, if you have these 5 qualities, then you're halfway there, people. Okay, so make sure you work on these 5 qualities, and no doubt you will be scouted very soon. I'm getting questions every day, so don't forget to leave your question, and I will get through these questions and I will answer as many as I can. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe and turn on the notification so that you get informed on when my next video comes out, because it might be a video that you really need to see. Okay, my next video will be about how to impress a scout. This one was what scouts look for. Okay guys, so thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.